Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up? And today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review on Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between by Jennifer E. Smith. So I finished this book today and it took me about 3 days to read. I honestly could have read this in a day, but I've been really busy with school this past week and I had a lot of work to do, so I didn't have a lot of time to read this, but I finished it today and oh my goodness, it was so cute. This is the first Jennifer E. Smith book that I have ever read, and oh my goodness, I just loved it. I never wanted it to end. When I finished the book, I was like, but I need more. Why isn't there a sequel to this? This was just such a cute contemporary, and this was honestly just what I needed right now. If you don't know what this book is about, it is about a couple, Claire and Aiden, and it's the night before they are heading off to college, and Aiden is going to UCLA in California, while Claire is going to Dartmouth in New Hampshire, and so they're both trying to decide whether or not they want to stay together and have a long-distance relationship, or if they want to break up before they head on to college. Now, I personally really couldn't relate to this book much because they're both heading off to college and they're trying to decide if they want to stay together or not, and I'm not in a relationship, I'm not heading off to college, so I didn't really understand what they were going through, but I still felt so bad for them. There was just so many times while reading this book where I just wanted to cry because it was just so heartbreaking, and this is such a small book. This is less than 300 pages, but it was still so heartbreaking. There's so much stuff happened in it. I gave this book 4.5 stars on GOODREADS. I was gonna give it 5, but I was like, well, there was just some really sad stuff, and plus I couldn't really relate to it much, so that's why I didn't give it the full 5 stars, but this was still a really good contemporary book. This may be one of the best contemporary books I've ever read. And I think this is one of the best contemporaries I've ever read, mainly because of the simple writing style. This book was just really easy for me to understand, I could follow through and I wasn't really confused at all, and I'm a sucker for simple writing. I write in a simple writing style because that's just what I like best, and the writing was really well done. It's beautiful writing, but also at the same time it's so simple too, and that just made things so much more easier for me to understand. And I also feel like a lot of people can understand what these two characters are going through in this book because, there's a lot of people who have been in a relationship and then they're going off to college and they have to decide this stuff. So I feel like a lot of people can understand what these two characters are going through. Now, I will say I have one disappointment with this book, and it really isn't even a big deal, but I'm still disappointed by it, and that is we don't get to read from Aiden in this book, and he's the other main character, he's the main dude. We only get to read from Claire, and it's told from a third's perspective, and don't get me wrong, I really liked Claire, especially at the end. She really grew on me by the end of the book, but I liked Aiden the whole time. I thought he was great, and I really wished I could have gotten to see his thought process. We get to see his opinion on things, but I don't know. I just wish we could have read from him because, I don't know, I just really like the guy and I just wanted to read from his point of view. Speaking of Claire, there were some points in the book where I wasn't really a big fan of her, where I was kind of okay, Claire, why are you doing this right now? But by the end, I really started to like her. She had such great character development, and there's these few certain scenes that I can't say because that will be spoiling the book, but there's a few certain scenes that just made me so happy for her because I was just she's growing, look at her, I'm so proud. I really liked Aiden and Claire. I thought their relationship was very realistic. I think I could totally see a couple in real life be like Aiden and Claire because, I'm a sucker for realistic relationships. That's one of the things that gets on my nerves with contemporaries, if the relationship doesn't feel real. You think that's not going to happen in real life. I cannot stand that. But Claire and Aiden's relationship felt so real. I was oh my gosh, I felt like I was there. I was why is this happening? It just felt so real. This could definitely happen in real life, and I really liked that. But I think that's all I can really say unless I want to start spoiling the book, which I can't since this is a spoiler-free review. But seriously though, go check out this book, and if you like want to start reading Jennifer E. Smith's books, start with this one, because this is my first Jennifer E. Smith book, and I loved it. Now I'm so excited to read the rest of her books. I honestly feel like Jennifer E. Smith's books are going to become my own Colleen Hoover, because a lot of people have read Colleen Hoover, and I feel like everyone has that one contemporary author where they just read all their books and they're obsessed with them, and I sincerely feel like Jennifer E. Smith is going to become that, because she has like, what, 4 other books out, and I'm about to read them all because this book was amazing and I just want to read everything she writes now, and I'm just so excited to do that. But that, my friends, was my spoiler-free review on Hello, Goodbye, and everything in between, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope I convinced you to read this book. If I didn't, that's okay. But deep down, I really hope that you do read this book, because this was great. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I am Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video soon, so I will see you then. So, bye! Yo!